Hello folks, this is Sia this side, and today let's go through a series of books, that is 25 books that I'm bringing with me from 2025. So without further ado, let's begin. Firstly, it is the Folk of the Air trilogy, and I just recently learned that there's a fourth book in the series called The King of Elfame. I do not recently have that, but whatever. I have read a little bit from the first book, and till now it is really so interesting, and I'm so interested to see how Jude and Cardan end up together and their own story. I forgot to tell you this one thing. We are first of all starting off with romantasy or fantasy. So the second series, or the next three books that I have for you, is Once Upon a Broken Heart trilogy. I have read the entire series, and I can tell you, each of these books is one a gold mine. Especially, I love the third book so damn much. Even though people prefer the second book more, I really loved the entire trilogy. And even though I've read OUABH, I'm still planning to buy Caravel, even though I know the entire plot twist or whatever, because Stephanie's writing is so top notch. And I don't want to buy An Alchemy of Secrets because that is not YA and it's more adult fantasy. And as you can see, I'm not an adult. So whatever this, these three books, just don't read any book in the new year of 2026. Just read this trilogy and you'll be good to go. It is undoubtedly the best series I have ever come across. So let's hydrate our lips first. You can't even see me. Okay, so now let's go on. I just tied up my hair because it was getting too hot. So with that, let's move on. Now I have for you the genre thriller. Let's move on to the next three books, that is the A Good Girl's Guide to Murder trilogy. And literally it is one of my favorite series of all time, because I loved this book, the second book, Good Girl Bad Blood. It is literally a 7-star read, not even 5, not even 6, like a 7-star read. And of course I'm going to love it. The third book was a bit predictable for me, really predictable for me, but it is not the plot twist that gets you, it is the entire aftermath and how Pip deals with it. Literally masterpiece, chef's kiss. I love Holly Jackson. Here I have for you Rock Paper Scissors. This is the first book that I tabbed. You can see, it was the best. It is my first time reading a psychological thriller. I don't know if the others count as psychological thriller, but this really felt like it was really psychological, psychotic. I loved the ending, the plot twist, the everything. Whatever tabbing you see, these are all the plot twists. Can you just see it is cascading down? Honestly, it is, I think, my top 5 reads of the year. Not even top 5, top 3 reads of the year. It was so good. I recommend you this book and the Once Upon a Broken Heart trilogy from this entire video. Literally chef's kiss. The next book I have for you is The Inmate. It is another book, it's a book by Freida McFadden. I also read The Boyfriend before this. I don't have that with me physically currently, but that was, I think, the most unpredictable plot ever. I could predict a little bit from Rock Paper Scissors, but The Boyfriend, the plot twist was so decadent, so delectable. Maybe it's just me being dumb, but I literally did not think that person would be the culprit. I really did not. After that, we have The Locked Door, another book by Freida McFadden, and also another hidden gem. It's not a hidden gem, it was really popular on book. Oh my god, what's up with this? BookTube, BookTok, Bookstagram, everything. Legit, it is such a good book. And these two books, this book was actually a bit predictable for me, because I actually predicted, there are, spoiler alert, there are 2 plot twists. I predicted both of them. So do with that what you will. But I love The Boyfriend. So far, I have told you about 13 books. I don't have The Boyfriend with me physically, but it's another book that I really want to take with me to 2026. I opened my hair again, but whatever. The next 3 books I have for you here is the Harry Potter series. I only own 3 of them out of the 7, and legit, these are the books that brought me into reading. Like, this is the reason I have read like 20 books in the past year. Even though 20 may not be a big number for most of you, it is a humongous number for me, a first time reader. Like, I started reading in 2025 alone, and these 3 books are the reasons I'm into reading as much as I am right now. So whatever, I really recommend the series because it's such like a beginner book. Because everybody, you ask any reader, most of them are going to say it was one of the Harry Potter books that brought them into the reading genre, because it is such an undoubtedly unnamed classic. Like, it's not a classic, but it genuinely should be a classic, because even though I don't like what J.K. Rowling does, like, but hate the actor, not the character. Sorry, I said that. Okay, but in this case, it's the reverse, because hate the author, love the book. It's not hate the author, but you get what I'm trying to say, right? You're picking up what I'm throwing down? You are. Okay, so let's move on. I have for you here a hidden gem that I found in a book haul. I'm not a book haul, what's it called? Book fair. But I haven't read it, but I want to read it. It's not like my top read, but the blog, it looks so delicious and so high stakey. I think I'm gonna read it this year. The next book is actually a fantasy. I did not know that I had another fantasy left inside there. But whatever, it is the prettiest book. Like, can you see? You can't see, like, but like this river part, it's shining. I love like the cover. So whatever, it was such a delicious read. Like, I loved this book. And Diane Satterfield, I did not know like her writing was like this. Oh my god. Wait, this can work as like an illuminator. Oh, see? Okay, whatever. Like, legit, see this and this. Okay, so whatever, enough with the yapping. But it was a really good book. Let's move on to a thriller. This is Those People Next Door by Kia Abdullah. It was such an unexpected plot twist. And look here, I like did this. Okay, wait, how did I don't know. I was wanting to be a bit creative, so I did this. You can't read it, can you? So it says next door, twist, like twist, next door. And up here we have people. And here we have dream home, because it's what it says in the blurb. So yeah, whatever. And the last book that I have for you today, okay, it's not actually the last book, it's the last physical book that I have for you today, and it is Past Tense by Lee Child. It is also like, I also did this, it's just written past tense and like blood. So whatever, it was such a scrumptious, scrumptily yum. It was so delectable, like so it was such a good fast read. Even though it's this thick, I ate it up in like, I think a week. It was so good. I loved it. Now with that, so far I have told you about 20 books, but there's a couple of books that I gave away to my brother, so those books are not here, and one of them is The Alchemist. Like, generally loads of you people probably think Alchemist is like one of the most boring books that you have read, but for me, no, because Alchemist was so interesting. I loved the read. Like, it was such a short, tiny read, and like it was so super duper interesting. And then after that we have, okay, wait, let me remember. It is actually the book Too Good to Be True by Prajakta Kohli. It was my second book, like my life second book that I read, and it was so like, it is not the book that is really that good, but the nostalgia attached to it like makes it so special, so close to my heart. So that book is always going to like hold a really special place in my heart, because it is my second read, right? So of course it's going to be special for me. And then I have Twisted Lies with me. Hear me out, I did not like Twisted Lies. So you're going to be asking me, how did that book make it in this video? Well, that is because, again, the nostalgia, because it's not the nostalgia really, but the experience, because it was the first smut, like the first spice-filled book that I read in my entire life, and the plot was not plotting, the spice was not spicing, but still, it was like, just remember your firsts. The first time you read a book, the first time you rode a bicycle, all those time like holds a special place in your heart. So this also holds a special deep place in my heart that I don't know who will be able to reach, because I don't like smut, guys. It was my first and also the last smut that I'm going to read, but still it's the memories attached to it and the experience that makes it worthwhile. The last two books are going to be White Nights and Metamorphosis. White Nights by Fyodor Dostoevsky and Metamorphosis by Franz Kafka. These were the first two classics that I read. I borrowed these from friends, so I don't have them to show you. But these two were my first classics ever in my life, and just because of all those reasons that I just told you like a million times before, it holds a really special place in my heart. So these were the 25 books that I do not want to leave behind in 2025, and the books I want to bring with me to 2026. I hope you really enjoyed this video. If you want to continue for me to make such kind of videos, just drop a comment and let me know. I love you all so much. Be safe, stay safe, and keep yapping. Bye.